Tales of Zestiria is a JRPG. It is the 15th main entry in the Tales series, developed by Bandai Namco Studios and Tricrescendo, and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. It was released in January 2015 in Japan on the PlayStation 3, for Western release in October of the same year. It was also ported to PlayStation 4 and Steam, but I will be focusing on the PlayStation 4 version. As with the previous entries in the Tales series, the game uses a variation of action-based linear motion battle system, including an open world and the ability for certain characters to fuse into a single entity in battle to deliver powerful attacks. The story follows Saray, a young man blessed with powers by a mystical spirit race known as the Seraphim, who act as a stabilizing force in the land as he travels to free the land of Glenwood from the threat of the Hellion, which are creatures spawned by negative emotions. I found the story was alright. It's what you would expect from a JRPG. Now, I was a big JRPG fan back in the day on the PlayStation 1 and 2, although I haven't dove into many since the release of Final Fantasy XIII, so I thought I'd give this a try. Did it live up to my needs? Well, yes and no. Now, before I go any further, I have to say this is my first Tales game. And for all you who are unaware, every Tales game tells a different tale. Okay, in other words, it's like Final Fantasy, since you don't have to play each incarnation of it to understand the story. They're each their own standalone game with their standalone story. There has been some sequels to certain Tales games, but most of them are all their separate installments. So, what did I think about it? Well, it's an alright game. I have to say, the thing that shines most here is the combat. You'll be able to see all the monsters roaming around, so no random battle encounters here. Everything is quick and snappy. You're in and out of battle before you know it. And you know what? I quite enjoy these action RPGs. I will always have a love for the active time battle system, but nowadays I much prefer the action system, and this is where Tales of Zestiria really shines. Another cool aspect of the battle system is now you're able to fuse with other party members to create one powerful being with just the press of a button. I found this different and really cool. Each party member or seraphim has an attached elemental to them, which means whether it be water, fire, wind, or earth, it will change your weapon as well your ability, or so-called in this game, your arts. Now, this wouldn't be a JRPG without your daily dose of menu management, and I found myself here a lot. I got to the point where I would only want to open my menu to equip new items, which seemed to have a high drop rate just from regular enemies, or to heal my party. Although some of the best menus is when you're in a town or city and you're able to fuse two of the same piece of items to forge it into a stronger piece of equipment. You'll be doing this a lot if you want to get the most out of your characters here. Every now and then as you progress, you'll be treated to an anime cutscene, and to be honest, I found them rather enjoyable. Which leads to my next topic, the characters in this game. I liked some, and I disliked some. I know the dialogue most of the time is not that important in JRPGs, but there were a couple times where the voices were really annoying, and it was mostly an over-the-top girly girl accent, something I can usually overlook, but it's something I really despise every time I see them in anime or things like this. Overall, it didn't bother me too much, although I never really got used to it either.
I'm sensing a huge domain. There's definitely a strong Hellion here.
It could be hiding anywhere in the museum. We better canvass the entire area. See what I did there? Canvas is a fabric used as a painting service, and...
Please stop.
As for everyone else's dialogue and story, it felt as if it were a JRPG from the 90s. The way characters are introduced and fleshed out gives you a reason to actually keep playing. The music in Tales of Zestiria is what you would expect. It's fast and upbeat, and I did find a couple tracks I enjoyed rather well. I mean, just listen to this! If it doesn't get you pumped, then I don't know what will. What good is an RPG without awesome boss battles? Now this is where I'm going to draw a small line. Within my first 8 hours, I encountered a few bosses, and I kept dying and dying before I figured out you were actually supposed to run from these battles. This happened twice within those hours, and I'm not a fan of battles where you are meant to run away, especially when you die with one hit from the boss and your allies don't tell you to run away until about 15 to 20 seconds, which is more than enough time for your party to be wiped. I found these particularly shouldn't have been in the game at all, although the later boss battles really step up, and the music along with it. Tales of Zestiria offers a lot with this game, even a New Game Plus mode for all you people who want another challenge while adding some new game shops and more. Another big thing with this series is the costumes, and you may recognize some of your favorite anime attire in this game. Bandai Namco has their hands in a lot of things, and you can really tell it. This time most of the costumes are DLC, so keep that in mind. Overall, I enjoyed my run through Tales of Zestiria. I'm not sure if I would play it again. I'm here to say it isn't for everybody. If you enjoy RPGs and anime, I would give this game a shot. The price is fairly cheap now. I picked mine up for only 20 bucks on sale at my local Best Buy. They also have a collector's edition for Zestiria at a decent price, and it comes with a ton of goodies, and even a Tales of Zestiria anime. So I'm gonna put this on my scale as try it. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you guys like this and want to see more, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Be on the lookout next week, where I'll be tackling Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1.